Just started. Okay, now the show is gonna be about. I don't know what the show gonna be about, Brownie. Joe got hoes. What's the dizzle? My fingernails too long. I gotta cut my fingernails. Joe got hoes. Damn. What was I finna talk about, Brownie? They say I got a slow connection. That's gay as hell. Let me look. I'm sure I could find it. Eh. No,
Why are we doing this in the middle of the show?
cause I'm a gangster.
Top the show.
What, Deuce?
Is this even going?
TMD topics. Yeah, that's live. What do you say?
This
Can I have your autograph?
no.
You know damn well you don't need my autograph, Joe got hoes. You the
This
celebrity.
one?
Huh?
Isn't this supposed to be going?
No, Brownie, I'm not even recording the show yet.
That is literally recording.
No, that's YouTube. This is the actual podcast. This goes to the RSS feed. What's going on, August after hours? I'm still gonna send you that. Oh yeah, that's what it's about.
What is it about? He's gonna forget again.
Oops. Look, I'm finna cut this live, delete this, cause that was some bull. Huh? Uh Not that one. But I'm gonna bring up yesterday on the show. Okay, now flip that. Now go live. Bang bang. My eyes look whooped on that.
Wear your sunglasses.
I'm cool on that.
Why you need to start wearing? Keeping up.
So I should start wearing sunglasses on the podcast again. I'm just finna start the show because I ain't got time for this. Look through all the sunglasses and see which ones you think look best. The Versace's is cool though. Ain't nothing wrong with the Versace's. I ain't even shaved my mustache. And didn't that was bass. Good evening, motherfuckers and motherfuckers. This is your host, Uncle Dolemite of the Too Much Game podcast, live from the sanctuary once again. What's them? The Carreras? I don't know. What's going on, Bon? What's going on, Foster, Ohio? What's going on, cousin Mimi? Everybody in the live on Instagram. I'm live on Facebook, but Facebook week is hell, so we gonna see what's up. What's that, Mark Jacobs? They like blue. But anyway, what's going on with y'all, man? Today's episode. See, this is what happens when my kids is here. Brownie get to interrupt in the show because she said she want me to wear sunglasses. Cause what? Brownie, please don't break them sunglasses, dog. They wasn't cheap. What you say? They will fit. She say my head too big for my sunglasses, so she gonna wear them. But anyway, like I said, today's episode, you want me to wear these? Don't drop them, dog. She is delaying the show and making me look corny at the same time. Cause I'm a little corny with these on. What? I feel sorry for anybody who this is gonna be your first time listening to the show. Because Brownie is interrupting. Got me putting these sunglasses on in the middle of the show. And they feel weird on my head. Cause they're on the outside of my ear, dog.
Put it under.
Okay, here we go. Do over. Drop the music all the way out. Golly. Don't do podcasts with your kids in the house. Podcasters, new podcasters who just starting out, don't do shows with your kids in the house, cause this the shit you get. This is what happens when you got your kids in the house. But today's episode, before you attack, understand. This is a show about patience. And this is a perfect time for me to talk about patience because with kids like this, you have to be patient, my nigga. You hear her interrupting the show, just completely unprofessional. You gotta be patient, my nigga. But yeah, that's it. That's what today's episode is about. Patience. You know, because when it comes to people, when it comes to dealing with people, friends, relationships, business, and anything of that sort, even when you're not dealing with people, even when you're just doing things, anything that you do in general, dog, Like, you got to be a patient person. Like, you have to be able to deal logically. Like, you have to deal from a place of understanding better than a place of emotion or a place of just being reactionary. It's good to be proactive outside of being reactive. It's also good to, be able to roll with the punches and go with the flow of what's going on. But at the same time, with all that being said, you got to operate from a place of understanding. Like, you got to be able to measure twice to cut once. Like, I'm a big believer in spending the money one time, where I would rather spend big in order to avoid spending again than buy something 1,000 times because I bought something off impulse, or I reacted off impulse, or I did something based on impulse. Like, shout out to my nigga Maury Richardson. More Laughs Comedy Club, my nigga. Last night we had the grand opening. That motherfucker was sold out. Shout out to everybody who pulled up to that motherfucker. I'm gonna start posting some of the footage on my story on my Too Much Game podcast Instagram page, because it's all on my personal page. If you follow me on Instagram at Uncle Dolemite, Uncle Dolemite, a whole lot of the footage from last night is on my Instagram story. But I'm gonna put more of it on the Too Much Game podcast Instagram story, just so motherfuckers can see that shit on there. Um, what else? It just was a dope ass night, my nigga. Shout out to everybody who pulled up. Shout out to homie Rufus Mike. Rufus RUFUS underscore MIC. The homie came all the way from motherfucking Arizona. He came out. My son was there. Shout out to Deuce. Deuce was in the motherfucking building. Shit, nigga, gang of people showed up. Nigga, shout out my sister Antoinette. My cousin Lil Mike showed up. Like, my brother Dante, shout out to him. My brother was in that motherfucker. Like, nigga, it was a good ass turnout. Nigga, we had friends in that motherfucker. We had ops in that motherfucker. I ain't gonna front. There was some motherfuckers in there that I really don't fuck with. But shout out to them too, my nigga, cause motherfuckers paid, motherfuckers bought drinks, they supported the bar. We trying to create an environment where people are supporting live comedy. We had a good environment. Everybody enjoyed themselves. It wasn't no bullshit. Like, it was an overall great night, nigga. But like I say all that to say, like, the thing that works in me and Maury's dynamic, as far as why we work so well as business partners, is because, he the hustler and I'm the patient one. Like, I'm the motherfucker that, I make the numbers make sense. Nigga, you do the running, I do the sorting out, because I'm just a patient person, my nigga. Like, I'm meticulous with my shit. So it's like, look, let's sit down, make all this shit make sense. I get that you want to do this. I get that this sound like a good idea, but let's sit down. Let's make this shit make sense, my nigga. Like, shout out my nigga Lieutenant Music, nigga. The homie from Mississippi out there in the desert. Like, that nigga Lieutenant, he always say, make it make sense, make it make sense. Nigga, I'm big on that. I'm big on making shit make sense, because, if it don't make sense, it ain't gonna make no dollars. What's going on, Native Beauty? Like, that's the thing, dog. Like, just when you operating in life in general, like, it's always best to deal patiently, my nigga. Like, everybody wanna have shit fast. We live in a microwave generation. We live in an air fryer generation. Where everybody wants shit instant gratification. But at the same time, a lot of that shit not sustainable. Like, that's the thing, nigga. What me and Maury is trying to do right now, like, niggas don't want 15 minutes of fame. If niggas want fame in general, because I don't want to be famous, I want to be rich. Like, I tell motherfuckers all the time just about how I deal with things. Like, I'm not the type of nigga that like to have my name all over everything. Like, that shit don't excite me, my nigga. Like, I like to have the money. Fuck the fame. You can keep the fame. I don't need to put my name all over the billboards and all that old bullshit. Like, nigga, I just like to be paid and left the fuck alone. So with this, like, nigga, we are aiming for sustainability, not fame. Niggas is not aiming to have 1,000 motherfuckers. Oh, Dolemite, Dolemite, Dolemite. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Ain't gotta say my name, my nigga. Like, nigga, I'm here for the money. I'm not here for the fame. It's cool to have notoriety. It's okay. But at the same time, my nigga, I'd rather be paid and left the fuck alone. Again, like, I'm not the type of person that operates from a place of ego. Like, having my name all over shit, it don't make me no happier, my nigga. Because at the end of the day, what I chase in life and what I tell y'all about on this show all the time is you supposed to create a lifestyle for yourself where you spend more time doing what makes you happy than doing what gets you paid. Because at the end of the day, we all want money. We all need money. Like, it's a necessity for life in general, but at the same time, money ain't what make you happy. Like I told y'all in the episode, busy ain't a flex. Like, all this hustling, all this running around, all this working ain't something that I use to say, oh man, I'm out here getting it. I'm grinding. Like, the grind ain't the flex, my nigga. The happy is the flex. Like, a whole lot of what it was that made last night successful was the fact that it was safe. We had a good crowd. Everybody was laughing. Everybody left happy. Like, it was a good ass vibe. All the musical artists did their thing. All the comedians did their thing. Like, it was a genuine environment where everybody was happy. Like, me and Maury talked about that shit today on the phone. I'm like, nigga, it was a successful night overall. Like, everything was successful. It was a beautiful night in general. Like, I'm not focusing on nothing negative from the night. Again, like, when you a patient person, and you operate from a place of patience, nigga, you could avoid the dumb shit. Nigga, you ain't worried about the bullshit. Like, me personally, was there some people who didn't show up, who should have showed up? Of course. Like, there was some people who wasn't there because they couldn't be there. Then there was some motherfuckers who wasn't there because I'm sure they didn't want to be there, for whatever reason. Whether they should have been there or shouldn't have been there. A lot of motherfuckers we felt should have been there and wasn't there. But that's neither here nor there. Like I was telling him, one monkey don't stop no show, my nigga. We not finna dwell on the bullshit. Like, we gonna celebrate what was dope about last night. Because, again, what today's episode is about. You understand before you attack. Before you get mad at people for not showing up for you, before you get mad at people for not doing what you expect them to do or not supporting you in ways that you expect to be supported, try to understand why, my nigga. Because again, like, certain motherfuckers didn't come, niggas got lives. Motherfuckers got responsibilities, bills, kids, all types of shit. Then there's other motherfuckers that, like I said, nigga, some niggas just was using certain shit as an excuse not to show up. And again, nigga, before I attack, I always go as hard as I can to understand. Because like I say, with the terminology, measure twice and cut once. I don't even use that in construction a lot of times. I use that in destruction sometimes, my nigga. Like, I'm going to make sure that I understand exactly what's going on before I cut a nigga the fuck off. Before I decide that I'm not fucking with somebody, I'm going to make sure I do that from a place of having a thorough understanding of why I'm cutting your ass off. Like I tell people, if I ever blocked you on social media, I know exactly why I blocked you. I don't just block people. I don't just dump girlfriends. Like, whenever I break up with somebody, cut somebody off, stop fucking with somebody, trust me, I got a thorough understanding of what it was between me and you before I made the move I made. Like I tell niggas, I don't move funny. I move accordingly. I do the best that I can to understand what's going on. Like I tell niggas, before you do some bullshit, you take a walk in another nigga's shoes. You walk a mile in his shoes. And if at the end of that mile you still saying fuck it, at least you a mile away and you got a new pair of shoes. You know, but on some real shit, like literally, dog, like I'm like, nigga, let me see what it is before I make this move. You know, why didn't you show up? Oh, okay. You know, and then I assess whether or not your reasoning made sense. You know, I put myself in your shoes. Okay, you know, your mama got sick or your son got sick or, you know, your car wasn't running or you can't afford the gas prices or, you know, at least make it make sense before you say, oh, nigga, you should have been there anyway. Nah, nigga, some motherfuckers genuinely couldn't find a babysitter. Some motherfuckers really didn't have the gas money. But at the same time, you know, again, you could have got an Uber. You know, we got to see if your reasoning actually made sense. Like, I do a thorough investigation before I make any moves on niggas because I'm like, shit, I know how I get because I cut niggas off forever. So if I'm going to cut you off forever, I'm going to make sure I do it from a place of understanding. And what you say, August After Hours tells me all the, my nigga, you know that one guy tells me all the time, I got the patience of a monk. It takes strategy and a long call for longevity. Exactly. Conclusion of full matter before the movement. Exactly. Bone said I'm 1,000 miles away. Exactly. But you know, again, like I say, like when it come to how I move personally, like I tell motherfuckers, I got a long ass fuse, but it's a big ass explosion at the end of that motherfucker. And I know that. That's the reason that I go as hard as I can to be patient with people. Because I know how I get when I fly off the handle. Like you can go from baby to bitch who this real fast. Like you can go from having all the heart eyes and emojis and shit on your phone number to just being completely blocked and left the fuck alone. So before I get to that point, I want to have a thorough understanding before I do what I do. Because when I do it, it can't be undone. You know, like I tell motherfuckers, like in my marriage and shit, like nigga, I had to make sure, you know, like you know, motherfucking like Frankie Beverly say, I gotta make sure I'm right before I let go, my nigga. Like nigga, but before I dip the fuck out, I gotta make sure like we're making this decision and this decision is gonna be permanent. So before I get the fuck on, like we gonna do everything that we can to fix this. I say that shit the same thing with friendships. Nigga, I do the best that I can to save the friendship before I cut you the fuck off. Because once we no longer friends, we'll never again be friends. We'll never again be cool. We'll never fuck with each other again. I'm never pulling up on you. You're never pulling up on me. Like that shit clipped, my nigga. So before I do that, nigga, I'm gonna do everything I can to put myself in your shoes. To have those important conversations. You know, because a lot of times communication could save a lot of situations. Like a simple conversation could save a whole lot of relationships, a whole lot of friendships, whether that be business, just homeboys, or any of that shit, my nigga. What's going on, my nigga? You know that one guy, my nigga. You know, like that's the thing. Like I'm real big on having those conversations, whether it's comfortable or uncomfortable. You know, cause like I tell motherfuckers, I'd rather somebody tell me something that I didn't want to hear than to just vanish on me. And it could have been something that had a solution to it. You know, even when it come to business. Because like I tell motherfuckers, sometimes you got to end business relationships. You got to end friendships. You got to end your relationships with colleagues and co-workers and shit, nigga, even family. You know, I tell motherfuckers all, nigga, I'm not above cutting family members off. Nigga, you just a motherfucker that got the same last name as me, my nigga. That don't make you family. You just a nigga that's related to me. We just got the same grandmother, a grandfather. That don't mean I gotta be around you, nigga. I'm not obligated to you because we share a great grandparent or some type of motherfucking descendant, nigga. Fuck you. You know, like some of, oh man, that's gonna always be your family. No, nigga, we always gonna be related. That motherfucker not my family. You know, I tell motherfuckers, nigga, you got niggas related to you that want to see you fail. You got motherfuckers that's related to you that's in competition with you. You got motherfuckers that's related to you that want you to lose. They don't want nothing good for you, my nigga, but they related to you. You know, they in your family. Nigga, just cause we got the same motherfucking family tree that we attached to, man, fuck you, dog. You know, like how they say, one bad apple spoil a bunch. Nigga, a lot of them apples came from the same fucking tree. Nigga, just cause we related don't mean I'ma fuck with your punk ass. Fuck you. Like, that ain't my motherfucking get down. Ain't nobody above the fucking cutoff. A lot of times, the reason your family fuck you over faster than your friends and colleagues and strangers will is because they feel like you got the obligation to them. Like, well, you know, you my cousin at the end of the day, so let me hold $200 knowing they ain't never gonna pay you back. Come on, my nigga, we brothers. You know, let me stay with you. Knowing damn well they not gonna help, they not gonna put no money in, they not gonna never pay no rent. They not gonna clean up around the house. They not gonna clean up after they motherfucking self. But because y'all related, they like, fuck it, nigga. I'ma just come through camp, fuck your shit up, fuck your credit up, run your air conditioner, run your bills up, and I ain't helping with shit. Cause at the end of the day, we family. You know, you can't cut me off. I'm your brother. I'm your sister. I'm your cousin. I'm your auntie. I'm your uncle. Man, fuck you. You know, like, that's the fucking thing. Motherfuckers take advantage. They'll take any advantage that you give them. If a motherfucker feel like you'll never cut them off, oh, they gonna dance all over your motherfucking nerves, my nigga. Like, you know, like I say on this show all the fucking time, my nigga. It's nothing worse than having a motherfucker feeling like you can't cut them off. You know, because at the end of the day, nigga, you know, like I say, the ultimate leverage in any negotiation is the ability to walk away. And y'all know this motherfucking podcast is all about leverage, my nigga. Because respect is all built on leverage. Motherfuckers will not respect you if they know you can't walk away. If you dealing with a man and he know you're not gonna leave, even if he cheats, he's gonna cheat. If you deal with a man and he knows that he can disrespect you, call you out your name, and you're never gonna leave, he's gonna disrespect you. He's gonna call you out your name. Same with a woman. If you're a man dealing with a woman and she know that all she got to do is give you some pussy and all will be forgiven, all she got to do is suck your dick and all will be forgiven, she will never respect you, my nigga. If she know she got you pussy whipped, if she know that she got you wrapped around her little finger, she's gonna act accordingly, my nigga. So you never let nobody feel like they above the program. They above the cutoff. And like I say, my nigga, that go for friends, family, any goddamn body. Ain't nobody above the cut. Man, nigga, we been friends 15 years. And we'll stop at the 15-year anniversary, bitch ass nigga. What's going on, motherfucking pork from the cool out corner? Like, I don't give a fuck. I got niggas who I was tight with for 20 and 30 motherfucking years. Nigga found out some bullshit and was like, nigga, friendship over, nigga. We had a good 15-year run, but the motherfucker over now, my nigga. Like, I don't give a fuck, nigga. I don't give a fuck how long we been cool. We could stop being cool today. You know, nigga, ain't nobody finna feel like they above the program. Nobody's above the cut, my nigga. You know, because again, nigga, I lose all my leverage if a nigga feel like because we been friends a long time, I can't cut they ass off. I can't stop talking to them. I can't stop fucking with them. I can't beat they motherfucking ass. Like, nobody's above the program, my nigga. You don't want nobody feeling like they above that. Nobody is above accountability, my nigga. You know, because again, once motherfuckers start feeling like they above the law, they start breaking the law. They like, fuck the law. Ain't no law. You know, you got motherfuckers coming in your house, you know damn well you don't want nobody wearing shoes on your motherfucking carpet. Yeah, you got motherfuckers walking in your motherfucking house with their shoes on. You know, and again, the reason that nobody is supposed to be above the program is because if I come in your house and I take my shoes off at the motherfucking front porch and I drop them motherfuckers off and then I see 2 or 3 niggas walk in with their shoes on, I'm going back to put my goddamn shoes on. Cause shit, them niggas got their shoes on. I should be able to put my motherfucking shoes on. You know, like, that's the thing. That's why nobody should be above the motherfucking the program. Because once you let one motherfucker slide, everybody gonna want to slide. You can't let nobody slide, nigga. Everybody gotta follow the rule. Everybody gotta understand what the motherfucking program is, nigga. Nobody's above it. You know, that's the motherfucking thing. Like, nigga, you gotta operate from a place of understanding. You know, like, it's just one of them things. You know, when it comes to me, how I operate, how I move. You know, like the whole thing with the Too Much Game podcast. You know, one of the main things that I want everybody to get in this show is, like they say in the Bible, with all you're getting, get understanding. Like, nigga, understanding is a superpower, my nigga. Same with self-awareness. You know, same with self-respect. Same with standing on business, my nigga. You know, like when you have these certain traits, nigga, you know, like I tell motherfuckers, I don't know everything. You know, like, don't listen to no content creator like we pastors or we your parents or we some type of motherfucking super genius motherfuckers. Cause at the end of the day, we just niggas with microphones. You know, we just niggas with platforms. I don't know everything. But like I tell motherfuckers, nigga, the one thing I can say is I don't cry myself to sleep. Nigga, I sleep peaceful as a motherfucker. Nigga, you could ask any woman who's ever slept in the bed with me, my nigga. They got to put their finger by my nose to make sure I'm breathing, because I sleep deeply. Nigga, I sleep peacefully, my nigga. I be knocked the fuck out when I be sleep. I ain't fighting no motherfucking demons. Nigga, I cut your motherfucking ass off and I be sleeping like I don't give a fuck. You know, like I tell motherfuckers, nigga, the thing about me is I can show you through my action that I love you with all my heart. But if you get me to that zone, I can also show you that that shit could stop at a moment's notice. Like, I can love you with all my heart and then walk the fuck off like your ass never fucking existed. Like we never met. Nigga, your ass will check my Instagram and I'll be posting the same freaky memes, jokes, and shit like that on my page like I wasn't never fucking with your ass. Like, I could cut your ass off, nigga, quick, like it ain't nothing. And I could have been madly in love with you, my nigga. But at the end of the day, you're not gonna disrespect me, my nigga. My heart don't work that way. Like, I can't love you so much that I'ma let you fucking play with me. I can't love you so much that I'ma let you disrespect me. I can't love you so much that I'ma let you cross my motherfucking boundaries and play with me. You know, because at the end of the day, like, you gotta love yourself more, my nigga. Like, I tell everybody that about this show. Like, you gotta love yourself, my nigga. Like, self-love is contagious, my nigga. Like, I say this shit, and I need to say this shit a whole lot more. Nobody gonna love you more than you love you. Nobody gonna respect you more than you respect you, my nigga. Like, the more you love yourself, the more other motherfuckers gonna love you. The more you respect yourself, the more other motherfuckers gonna respect you, my nigga. Like, love starts with self. Just like respect, my nigga. Like, you gotta have self-respect before other motherfuckers respect you. All that shit is contagious, my nigga. If you don't respect you, ain't nobody gonna respect you, dog. You know, because at the end of the day, and you know, this is also something that I say, with self-respect and self-love, my nigga. Like, can't nobody be in love with somebody who they don't respect. A man can't fall in love with a woman that he ain't got no respect for. A woman can't fall in love with a man that she don't got no respect for, my nigga. So if you don't have self-respect, you ain't never gonna have no motherfucking love, because ain't nobody gonna be able to respect you. Ain't nobody gonna fall in love with you. Ain't nobody gonna fall in love with a motherfucker that ain't got no love for theyself, my nigga. You know, and like I say all the time, nigga, self-discipline is a form of self-love. Anything that you genuinely love, you discipline. Anything that you genuinely love, you take care of. Anything that you genuinely love, you pay attention to. You know, like I be telling motherfuckers, like, I love myself. That's why I drink so much water. That's why I take so good care of myself. That's why I eat the way that I eat. That's why I operate the way that I operate. That's why I don't let motherfuckers play with me, my nigga. Like I understand the value of my mental health. Nigga, when you letting motherfuckers play with you, man, that shit fuck your mental health up. That shit'll drive you crazy, my nigga. Being disrespected is not good for your mental health. It ain't nobody that's okay with being disrespected. There's nobody who's okay with being abused. There's nobody who's okay with being neglected. Who's being treated like they less than, my nigga. So I don't allow nobody to do that shit to me, my nigga. Like I said, like nigga, the protection of my peace is paramount. The protection of my mental health is paramount. I don't let nobody play with me like that, my nigga. Cause at the end of the day, like nigga, my mental health I know is priceless. It's some shit that I know I can't get back if I let a nigga fuck it up. So I'm not finna let nobody fuck it up, nigga. I ain't the one. Nigga, I don't deal with nobody who I feel is gonna drive me up the wall. I don't deal with nobody who I feel is gonna play with me. Like I tell people, like, I'm real big on nipping things in the bud. Like I'm heavy on that. Like I'm real heavy on the early cutoff. I'm quick to cut people off. Once I feel played with, once I feel disrespected, once I feel like this interaction ain't gonna go the way that I want it to, because the person who I'm dealing with is not a person of respect, or respect is not important to this person, I don't deal with them. I don't like being around people who don't value respect. I don't deal with people who don't value self-respect. Because a lot of times people who don't have no self-respect don't have no outward respect neither. And that's something that you got to watch for. You got to watch how other people operate when it comes to how they deal with other people, not just how they deal with you. Because a lot of people deal with you a certain way because they like you, because they stuck to you, because they connected to you, because they related to you, and things of that nature. But they don't respect you because they don't respect them. A lot of times certain motherfuckers, they only deal with you in a certain way because they feel like it's beneficial to them. So they'll deal with you because it's a benefit, but not because they got genuine love and respect for you, but because you beneficial at the moment, so they dealing with you. Me personally, I don't fuck with that. Like I tell niggas, I deal with niggas who know how to treat the janitor. I deal with people who know how to treat the waiter or the waitress. I deal with people who treat the barista good. People who treat the server at Chipotle good. If you one of the motherfuckers that feel like you got to talk down on people because of the position that they have in life, I don't deal with you. I don't like people like that. Like, even when it comes to the world of comedy, like, I can't stand comedians who feel like because they've reached a certain status, they don't got to talk to other motherfuckers. Like, I don't talk to open micers. I'm doing arenas and I'm doing this. Because it's like, nigga, all it take is one mistake. All it take is one fucked up statement. And your ass gonna be right there with them. You won't be doing stadiums no more. All it's gonna take is one bad joke. One off-color joke. And it's gonna be over for you. And again, niggas don't stay cracking forever. Especially because, like I told the homie, nigga, all it's gonna take is one good shot for that open micer that you was ignoring to pass you. All it's gonna take is for one viral video for that same open micer that you thought was, a nobody, a peon, a sucker, and now you trying to go on tour with him. That's why, like I tell niggas, like I don't make it a habit of disrespecting nobody. I don't make it a habit of shitting on nobody, looking down, speaking down on nobody. And like I said, my nigga, like, this show is all about viewing yourself highly, having high self-respect, high self-image, being very self-important, understanding that you a motherfucking star no matter what other people say. I'm all about that, my nigga. Like, I'm all about having very high self-esteem and high self-respect and a very high self-image. You can do all that without shitting on nobody. You can think you the shit without acting like everybody else ain't shit. You can be great, legendary. You can be all the top things without looking at everybody else like they less than you. You know, like that's the thing. Like, nigga, you don't gotta shit all over everybody else for you to be great. You know, cause at the end of the day, nigga, what's going on with them ain't got nothing to do with what's going on with you, my nigga. You know, at the end of the day, life is a solo mission, my nigga. Life is an individual sport. Like, nigga, life is like golf. Like, nigga, whatever my score is ain't got nothing to do with your motherfucking score, my nigga. Like, I'm going for my personal best every time I go out there on the course, my nigga. Like, yo, you balling out? Great, because I'm balling out too, my nigga. Like, I'm just trying to beat my own personal score. I don't give a fuck what niggas got going on. You know, especially because at the end of the day, the only thing I look at when it come to competing with other niggas is inspiration for me to go harder. You know, because at the end of the day, like, it's not a situation of your loss is my win and my win is your loss. At the end of the day, nigga, like I said, nigga, this an individual sport. Nobody in competition with nobody, my nigga. It ain't never been a time where you paid your bills and that made my bills impossible to pay. You got paid, so that means my check got smaller. That's not how life work, my nigga. So I don't give a fuck what other niggas do or don't do. I don't give a fuck what niggas get or don't get. I don't give a fuck what niggas got or don't got. All that matters is me. All that matters is what I'm doing, where I'm at, how I'm doing what I do, where I'm doing what I do. I. Me. All I care about is the name on the back of the jersey, my nigga. You know, now when I'm dealing in a team dynamic, of course, I want to be an asset to any team that I'm on, any relationship that I'm in, anything that I do. I want to be an asset. But at the same time, I understand, my nigga. And I talk about this shit like in today's episode and other episodes about relationships with other people and dealing with other motherfuckers. Like, nigga, it's next man up with me. You know, when it come to any team that I'm on, everybody on the team has to be an asset to the team or they're no longer on the team. You know, anybody who I fuck with, friend-wise, business-wise, or any of that shit, like, once you fail to be an asset, nigga, you'll be discarded. You'll be replaced, my nigga. Like, life is too short to be dealing with motherfuckers that ain't helping. Dealing with motherfuckers that ain't beneficial. You know, because like I say about friendships, my nigga, like, your friends are supposed to be motherfuckers who help you, support you, you know, share good times, share information, you know, help you grow, you know, help you do things, my nigga. Even when it come to, you know, your homies who you just fuck around with, you know, just your good time friends. Like, why the fuck am I around motherfuckers and I really don't like them, like on the low, like on the under? Like, every time this motherfucker not around me, I'm talking shit about him. Why am I around him? You know, and again, like I say about how you watch motherfuckers. Like, if I observe that that's a trait that you have where you be sitting here laughing and smiling all in a nigga face, but I know you really don't fuck with them, nigga, all that means you do the same with me. So I don't fuck with you. You know, like I tell niggas, man, you can't be fucking with niggas who always talking shit behind the next nigga back and saying shit behind the next nigga back that he wouldn't say it to his face. Because once you leave, he doing that same shit to you. If they'll talk shit about everybody to you, they'll talk shit about you to everybody. Like, ain't nobody above that program. You know, like I be telling niggas, man, niggas be standing on business. And don't nobody stand on business bigger than bitch ass niggas. Bitch ass niggas gonna be a bitch ass nigga no matter where you put them, no matter what you give them, no matter how much you help them, no matter what happened, a bitch ass nigga gonna be a bitch ass nigga. You know, like I tell motherfuckers, I don't deal with bitch ass niggas. I don't like bitch ass niggas. I don't keep bitch ass niggas around me. You know, cause like I told the homie, nigga, a bitch ass nigga with $1 million is just a rich bitch ass nigga. I don't fuck with no bitch ass niggas. You can't take no bitch ass nigga with you because you can't buy the bitch out of him. What's going on, my nigga Don from the Raw Sex Podcast? The rich homie out of the ATL. You know, like, that's the fucking thing. You know, like, Niggas be thinking that because we elevating, this nigga gonna stop being a bitch. You know, that's why R&B groups break up. That's why rap groups break up. That's why $1 million companies end up disbanding. Because somebody was trying to keep a punk motherfucker around them that didn't need to be there, my nigga. You know, like, that's how you have a losing team. Like they say, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link, my nigga. Bitch ass niggas are weak links on every team. And I don't give a fuck how many points you score, how much money you make, how many bitches you fuck. A bitch ass nigga don't need to be around you, my nigga. Like I tell niggas, I know bitch ass niggas who know how to make money, but I don't fuck with them because they bitch ass niggas. You know, thieves know how to make money. Snitches know how to make money. You know, like I be telling motherfuckers, like, I don't worship money, my nigga. You know, like, that's why so many niggas is fucked up in the game. You know, because niggas will call a snitch big bro if he got some goddamn money. Niggas will call a punk ass nigga big bro if he got some motherfucking money. A chomo, nigga. A nigga who takes strong arm robbery on some pussy. A nigga who beat girls up. Like, niggas will call any nigga big bro because he got some motherfucking money. And again, that's a bitch ass trait in itself. Nigga, I don't fuck with no bitch ass niggas because they got fucking money, nigga. The fuck? You know, that's the fucking thing. I don't worship money, especially another nigga with money, nigga. That's what hoes do. Hoes like niggas because they got money. I'm not a hoe. What's going on, Smash? You know, that's the motherfucking thing, nigga. I don't fuck with that shit. You know, and again, like, you know, just as a patient person, like, you have to be observant. Like, nigga, I operate from a place of understanding. You know, that's why I put people in the proper boxes when I deal with certain people. Like, I don't deal with everybody the same. You know, because like I tell Maury all the time, like, the way that I deal with certain people, I keep colleagues in the colleague box. I keep friends in the friend box. I keep homies in the homie box. And I don't let these niggas go in boxes that they don't fit in. I don't treat homies like I treat friends. I don't treat colleagues like I treat friends. I don't treat bitch ass niggas like I treat friends, colleagues, associates, none of that. You know, I don't treat friends like I treat family. I don't treat family like I treat otherwise. Like, everybody gets treated the way that they supposed to. I put everybody in their proper box, my nigga. I compartmentalize very well. You know, and again, it's because with the understanding that I have of what's at stake in my life, I can't afford to move goofy. And that's why I do my best to always understand in everything that I do. Because I got too much at stake. I'm too fucking important. And again, this is something that I tell y'all who listen to this show. You gotta move like you important because you are. Nigga, VIP, nigga. You know, everybody who can afford bottles, that don't make you a VIP. You know, how you view yourself makes you a VIP. Because if I ain't important to nobody in this club, I'm important to me. I'm important to my kids. I'm important to the motherfuckers who love me. Something happened to me, whole lot of lives gonna be affected. I'm very important. You know, that's the thing. Like, you can't let financial status make you feel like you more or less important. Nigga, when I'm broke, I'm this. When I'm rich, I'm this. No matter what I got going on, I'm important. So I gotta move that way. I gotta be smart about everything I do because I understand the importance of who I am, my position in life. I can't let nobody trick me out of this. That's why I move from a place of understanding. That's why when it comes to who I deal with and don't deal with, I deal with you and I don't deal with you because of an understanding. I understand you a bitch ass nigga. That's why I don't fuck with you. You know, and again, I'm very patient with everything. You know, like, that's a big thing with me, my nigga. I'm a very patient person, my nigga. You know, like, I'm a very tactful person because, you know, with patience comes tact. With understanding comes tact. You know, like, I understand the importance of the words that come out of my mouth. So I'm very tactful with the words that come out of my mouth, my nigga. You know, like I tell niggas, I'm not patient, quiet, calm, respectful, and tactful because I fear niggas. I fear the consequences of what I'm going to do to a nigga if I got to do what I got to do if I'm disrespected. So I move with a level of respect because I understand. I know what I'll do to a nigga. And it ain't got nothing to do with a nigga gonna do to me. I don't fear that. I fear being taken away from my kids. Whether that be in death or jail, I don't want neither one of those for me because again, I'm too important for that. Like I say, that's why you don't put yourself in positions to get tricked off the motherfucking street. Why would you do such a thing? My nigga Foster, Ohio, welcome back, my nigga. That's the thing. Like, nigga, as an important person, you can't move like a lame. You can't move like a goofy. You can't move like a broke nigga. Like I tell niggas all the time, motherfuckers who fight all the time, I know you broke. I know you ain't got shit to lose or live for. I can't fit in that category. Like I tell niggas, it's not because I'm a bitch. It's not because I'm scary. It's because I understand my importance. Like I told the homie, like, nigga, I don't even get in discussions about who's tougher, because why? You ever hear Jeff Bezos talk about how tough he is? I ain't never heard Steve Jobs go on a rant about how tough he is. Elon Musk a bitch and all that shit, but I ain't never heard that motherfucker talk about how tough he. I ain't never heard no rich fly motherfucker talk about how tough they is. That's broke nigga shit. That's bum shit. That's loser shit. Cause at the end of the day, a bum ass nigga ain't got nothing going on but being tough. A broke ass nigga ain't got nothing going on but how tough he is. Like, that shit don't ring my bell. Nigga, prison full of tough motherfuckers. I don't want to be there with them niggas. So why would I engage in the same conversations as niggas who I don't want to be like? Nigga, I'm trying to catch the motherfuckers who got millions of dollars. I'm trying to catch niggas who drive Rolls Royces and shit. Niggas who got multiple properties. Them niggas at the airport who just walk past everybody and don't gotta stand in line. Them the motherfuckers I'm trying to be like. I'm trying to be like the motherfuckers that when they get on the plane, they just sit straight down. They don't gotta walk to the back of the plane. They seats is in the front of the plane. The niggas who seats recline and they put their feet up on the plane. Them the motherfuckers who I'm trying to kick it with. I ain't trying to kick it with niggas who, oh man, shit. I did 15 years. I did 20 years. I did 18 years, nigga. You see all these calendars tattooed all up and down my arm? These all the years I was locked up. That's not a flex, pimp. It's not a flex at all. Being tough ain't a flex, my nigga. When I bought my house, my real estate agent didn't ask me how many fights I've been in. He didn't ask me how much I could bench press. He didn't ask me how many push-ups I could do. He didn't like sock me in my jaw and see if it knocked me out. He didn't give a fuck how tough I was. All he cared about was my credit score, my proof of income, and my ability to pay the loan off. That's all that matters. Like, in life, it's about your motherfucking credit score, nigga, not how tough you are. Not how much you stand on business. Not how you don't let these bitch ass niggas play with you and all that weak ass shit. Like, the fuck? Like I said, my nigga, like in life, I deal from understanding. I don't deal from tough. Like I say, nigga, like, of course, you gotta have the ability to preserve yourself. The ability to protect yourself, the ability to protect your family. Because again, when it comes to leverage and respect, people ain't gonna respect you if they feel like they can walk all over you, if they feel like they can take something from you and there be no repercussion. So you gotta have the ability to, give motherfuckers what they came for if they came for some bullshit. But at the same time, you never put yourself in a position where that gotta be a thing. Like I tell niggas, I don't run around in circles where I feel like niggas gonna wanna try me or take something from me or do something to me. Now, do I have a means of protecting myself in case those niggas find me? Absolutely. I'm not a nigga you gonna play with. I don't even carry myself like the type of nigga you gonna play with. But I don't put myself in positions with niggas who feel like that'll make sense. Like, I don't even carry myself like the type of nigga that a motherfucker feel like taking something from me or be a benefit to them. Like, again, and this goes into, the things that I preach on this show. The way that I want listeners of this show to carry themselves. Like, you don't never carry yourself like the type of nigga that's to be played with. You know, like I used to tell Maury when we talked about the suits and shit, like, how do you want to be viewed? Do you want to be viewed as a nigga that people laugh at? You know, like, yeah, we comedians. Laugh at my jokes. You don't laugh at me, my nigga. Like, yeah, I make people laugh with my words, nigga, not my character, not my image, not who I am as a person. You know, like, that's the fucking thing. Like, I tell niggas about this fucking show. Like, I'm hilarious when I want to be, but nigga, I don't want niggas thinking I walk around goofy all goddamn day. Nigga, I don't want motherfuckers to see me and run up on me in the street like, Uncle Dolemite, tell me a joke. Nigga, you tell me a joke. Nigga, the fuck out my goddamn face. I don't run around this motherfucker clowning all goddamn day. I ain't got no white face paint with big red lips and a fucking red squeaky nose. The fuck out my face. You know, like, I don't even want niggas feeling like I'm a nigga to play with like that. When I'm on stage, get these jokes. But once I step off that stage, nigga, I'm Anthony Webb, nigga. I'm not a fucking joke, my nigga. I'm a comedian, not a clown. It's two completely different things. You know, like I was telling Maury, because he used to wear these colorful ass suits. And I'm like, nigga, do you really want niggas to see you as the goofy nigga with the suits? You know, because again, I wear suits. But when I wear suits, you know, like, I got a rule of thumb when it comes to suits, my nigga. I don't wear no suit that don't come in a color that the Rolls Royce don't come off the dealership lot in. Black, navy blue, maybe a nice color of dark green, gray, silver. You know, like, if it don't come in the color of a luxury car, I'm not wearing that shit. I don't wear no orange suit. I don't wear no bright red suit, no yellow suit, no crazy ass patterns and all this bullshit. Because it's like, when niggas see you wearing them goofy ass suits, they laugh at you. When niggas see you with the Steve Urkel shit with the ankles hanging out and you look like you motherfucking like the circus conductor and shit, niggas is laughing at you, my nigga. These niggas, they love to see you in them suits so they can laugh at you. They're not laughing with you. Even though your jokes is good, you talented, and Maury a real nigga, I wouldn't be around him. You not a bitch, you not a goofy ass nigga, but when niggas see you, they see goofy. Like, don't put yourself in a position where niggas look at you like you a goofy ass nigga. You know, because at the end of the day, nigga, your jokes could be funny without you looking funny. Like, you don't gotta look cartoonish or whimsical for niggas to laugh at your fucking jokes. You know, like I told him, nigga, I hop on stage, fly as a motherfucker. Bitches like me, you know, niggas like how I dress. I come on that motherfucker, nigga, I put that shit on. I be fly as a motherfucker. Dressed up, pressed up, smelling good and all that shit. Tell these jokes, y'all gonna get these laughs, and then when I'm done, I'm a grown ass man, and you gonna treat me as such because I carry myself as such. Nigga, I'm not finna jump off the stage and y'all like, here go the nigga Uncle Dolemite, nigga, turn the flip. Take your shoes off and smell them like you did on stage. And bitch ass nigga, get the fuck out of my face before I slap the shit out you. You know, like, I don't carry myself like a nigga you gonna sit up there and play with, my nigga. You know, so like I was telling Maury, nigga, with the image that you want to put forth to the people, nigga, you gotta present yourself as how you want to be treated, my nigga. You can't present yourself as a clown and treat niggas to, or expect niggas to treat you as anything other than a clown. What's going on, cousin Mimi? You know, that's the thing. Like, nigga, as a person, you gotta walk around with the understanding of people treat you how they see you. So if they see you as something goofy, they gonna treat you as something goofy. Same as like I tell women, you can't dress like a hoe and expect to be treated as anything other than a hoe. Like, it goes across the board. No matter what. This ain't misogyny. This is real shit. Because if you see a nigga dressed goofy as hell, you're gonna think he's goofy. You see a nigga dressed in some dumbass outfit with some stupid ass dirty shoes on, you gonna see him as a bum. You're not gonna see him as nothing fly. So why would you expect to be treated different than how you look? You know, like, nigga, again, you gotta have an understanding of human nature, my nigga. You know, everybody got a level of prejudice. Everybody views people a certain way. You know, that's the importance of a good first impression. That's the importance of being respectful and self-respectful. Because again, respect starts with self. People who don't respect themselves don't respect nobody else. So when you see motherfuckers with no self-respect, you gotta distance yourself from them. Because if they can't respect them, they for damn sure ain't gonna respect you. And like I tell niggas, just because a motherfucker ain't disrespected you yet, don't mean they won't disrespect you. Same with thieves, same with busters, punk ass niggas, punk ass bitches. Just because they haven't done some flawed character shit to you yet, don't mean they won't do some flawed character shit to you. So you avoid them motherfuckers like the plague. Because just because your turn ain't came, don't mean your turn ain't coming. Like I'm real big on that shit. And again, I operate from a place of understanding. Like I say, nigga, I don't act funny. I act accordingly. When I see how you treat other people, nigga, I look at it like it's only a matter of time for you to treat me that way. So when I see a motherfucker who talk behind other motherfuckers' back, I leave him alone. I distance myself from them. When I see motherfuckers who run around lying all day, I distance myself. And again, like I tell niggas, like, you don't always gotta announce your exit. I cut niggas off quietly. I just shade off, my nigga. I just float away, nigga, like train smoke, my nigga. Like, I don't fuck with you, nigga. Like, I don't get on the internet and be like, I'm blocking you. I just quietly block your ass. Like, I don't need to announce my exit. Like, for what? Nigga, of what value is it? Like I tell niggas, I stand on business very quietly. Nigga, like, I walk silent. I'm cool, calm, collected, laid back. Because at the end of the day, nigga, a lot of times I don't even want niggas to know that I care enough to react on some wild shit, on some rah-rah shit. Like, nigga, I'm not even gonna give you the privilege of feeling like you got me out of body. Nah, bitch ass nigga, I'm just gonna walk the fuck away cause you ain't worth all that. You ain't worth getting your windows busted out your motherfucking car, nigga. I ain't Jasmine Sullivan. Nigga, you not worth that level of reaction. I'ma just go ahead and exit stage left. Cause like I tell people, nigga, it hurt way worse when a motherfucker dump you quiet than when a motherfucker dump you loud. When you all on social media posting all these sub tweets and these subliminal posts and shit, all that shows is you still care. You still thinking about me. I still hold emotional equity with you, my nigga. I still got a spot in your mind rent free. But when a motherfucker look on social media and you kicking it, partying, dancing, looking good, minding your goddamn business, they like, damn, this bitch never cared. Damn, this nigga never. Why he not crying? Where's the K Michelle songs? Where's the Summer Walker anthems? Where's the motherfucking the Fantasia songs? Bitch, go on about your motherfucking day. Because success is the greatest revenge, my nigga. Like I tell niggas, man, when I say I don't give a fuck, I mean that shit from the bottom of my heart, my nigga. Like, nigga, once you've crossed into that level with me, doing my motherfucking dance, my nigga, like, it is what it is, my nigga, because at the end of the day, I'm the star. Like, nigga, I can't let one character dying off in my show, my nigga. Next season, my nigga. Damn, you was my main character too, but with me being me, I have another one. And it might not happen today, tomorrow, next month, not even next year, but before I let you play with me, I'll play with myself. Like I tell motherfuckers all the time, nigga, my self-love game undefeated, my nigga. Like, I don't love a bitch enough to have me out here going crazy, jumping out of windows, going to jail, fighting niggas, going through phones, and all that bullshit. Man, I will sit there in my motherfucking room and watch old videos of myself and my exes. Booka, 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 booka. Cause I'm my favorite porno star, nigga. But I'll sit there and watch nasty videos all day before I sit here and let a bitch play in my face. You know, same as like when it come to loneliness, nigga, when it come to friendship, nigga, I will go to the movies by myself. I go to the restaurant by myself. I go on vacation by myself before I run around with a bunch of bitch ass niggas. Before you see me with a bitch ass nigga, you will see me on the airplane alone. Y'all, do y'all know how often I fly alone? Nigga, I flown with my kid's mama. We was married to Atlanta. And I flown to Vegas with my kids for our birthday. Outside of that, every other time I ever been on a motherfucking airplane, I've been by myself. I don't need friends to travel. I don't need friends to have fun. My last few vacations, I went on alone. Like, nigga, I get on planes and I go to the East Coast by myself. When I went to New York, I went to New York by myself. Did I invite niggas? Sure did. Did they make it? Sure didn't. That don't stop my trip. If I'm going somewhere and I want to go somewhere, I go. Because one monkey don't stop no motherfucking show. I'm the star. You know, like again, nigga, and this ain't no shade or shot to nobody, my nigga. You know, because like I tell people, like, I'm not anti-friend. I'm anti-bullshit. I'm not anti-girlfriend, wife. I ain't even anti-side bitch or anti-hoe. I love everybody. I feel like everybody heaven sent. Nigga, shout out to Lil Russell. Side bitches is heaven sent. Hoes is heaven sent. Even if you sell some pussy, you heaven sent. Like, I'm with all the bullshit, nigga. You know, I'm with whatever makes anybody happy. You know, cause like I tell you, nigga, I'm not anti-happiness. I'm anti-bullshit. You know, so when it come to friends, like, you know, if me and my friends are operating at a good space and we got shit cracking and we go on vacation, let's all go. But if y'all niggas ain't got the money, I guess you can't go. And you know, like I tell motherfuckers, if your homies can't afford to go, you can't afford to be with them. You know, if these niggas can't do what you do, go where you go, why the fuck are you still hanging with them? You know, because like I say about friendships, like I say about the people who you surround yourself with, if the people who around you can't be helped and they can't help you, why are you around them? Friends, family, bitches, hoes, everybody. Co-workers, colleagues, bosses, jobs. If I can't help you and you can't help me, why the fuck are we around each other? If I don't see upward mobility at the job that I work at, why am I still working here? If I can't get the car that I want to drive, why am I still working here? If I can't live in the house I want to live in fucking with this bitch, why am I fucking with her? If I'm not being sexually fulfilled, why am I fucking with this bitch? You know, same with a female. If the man that you fucking with does not leave you fulfilled, why are you fucking with him? You know, like that's the thing, nigga. Life is too fucking short to be around people and sitting in situations where you're not benefiting. You know, and again, you know, to tie a bow on all this shit, you have to deal from a place of understanding. So when you understand that something is no longer serving you, you cut it off. You know, and the thing is, you make sure that you have that understanding before you make that decision to cut it off. Because if you don't have that understanding when you make that decision to cut it off, you're going to end up bringing it back. You know, like I tell motherfuckers, like the reason that these motherfuckers be in these relationships that be on again and off again and fucking with a motherfucker and not fucking with a motherfucker and fucking with them and not fucking with them is because every time you feel like you're healed, hey, big head, you know, and they bring up all the good times and you forget about the bad times. You know, you get to remembering all the highlights and how good she used to suck your dick and how good she used to cook and how she used to have the breakfast ready in the morning. But you forgot that she called you a bitch. You forgot that she fucked your homeboy. You forgot that she was disrespectful as a motherfucker. But when you had that understanding, you understand it. Bitch, even though I love you, even though you was a throat goat, even though you was cool as a motherfucker, even though you threw that motherfucker back and we used to fuck every Sunday morning and it used to be all sexy and all that shit, bitch, I remember you was disrespectful. So with that understanding, I gotta cut you all the fucking way off forever in perpetuity and vice versa. Women with men, people with friends, old jobs, co-workers, family members, and all that shit. You know, with all you getting, get understanding. And I'm gonna drop the mic on that shit. This has been your host, Uncle Dolemite of the Too Much Game podcast, live from the sanctuary once again. If you would like to support me financially, you can cash at me at Uncle Dolemite, Uncle Dolemite, or get you some merchandise at Too Much Game Podcast.store. Get that shit at your own risk, because I'm doing it through Teespring. It's drop shipping, nigga. I ain't shipping that shit. Or, nigga, your ass could come to More Laughs Comedy Club, my nigga, in San Bernardino, 479 West 4th Street. Friday night through Sunday night, my nigga. 7 p.m., doors open. 8 o'clock, show start, my nigga. More Laughs Comedy Club, MOOR_Laughs_comedy. That's the comedy club Instagram page. Y'all go to that motherfucker, follow that up. You know, nigga, come check me out, my nigga. You know, Saturdays, I'm on stage every Saturday night at More Laughs Comedy Club, nigga. You know, that's my spot, nigga. Me and Maury Richardson. Shout out to us, my nigga. We sold out the grand opening. I'm performing tonight. I'm headlining tonight, my nigga. You know, by the time you hear this, I've already hit the goddamn stage. So, kind of irrelevant at this point. But I'm headlining tonight, my nigga. So, it is what it is. But if you want to support me, my nigga, drop a donation, my nigga. You know, support black business, my nigga. We making history in the Dino. Support the squad. Townhouse Media, Town E House Media. Sports for You podcast, sports number 4 letter U. Sports for You wrestling, spelled the same, just add wrestling. Support all the podcasts that fuck with me. 12 Cal from the 12 Cal podcast and the Rap Soul podcast. Britt Renee, you know, I could talk about this all day podcast. Baylor, BTG for President podcast, and Open Run with BTG podcast. King and Queen Germ, Pod and Saved Our Marriage. Pork L, Mini Meeks, and all them at the motherfucking Cool Out Corner podcast. Smash from motherfucking I'll Explain All This Later podcast. Harrison from the motherfucking 8 More Than 92 podcast. Cognac Room podcast with Jay Christian. And Petra. Shout out to Petra, because she the star of that motherfucker. Who else? You know, the Fire Session podcast, FIIYAH podcast with Benji Banks, my nigga Big Ken and Trisha Michelle, Rodis Live podcast, and shit, all the other podcasts that fuck with my nigga. You know, if I forgot your name, nigga, you know, blame my head, not my heart, nigga. Got a lot of shit going on. Like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. Uncle Dolemite for the comedy, Too Much Game podcast for the show. You know, social media at Uncle Dolemite everywhere. Too Much Game podcast everywhere. Uncle Dolly Jokes or Yo Mama Boyfriend on TikTok. But that's it. I ain't here to help you get bitches. I'm here to help you get better. Too Much Game.